Hey there YouTube, this is Card Bros Forever, I'm LightgamerAmaterasu, and I am bringing you a Vanguard deck profile this time. On my main deck, the Oracle Think Tank Tsukuyomi Stride deck. Let's get started. Of course, my starter for the deck is God Haki Shibuyoshi. God Haki Shibuyoshi's ability is, during your ride phase, you can look at the top 5 cards of your deck. If there's a Goddess of the Crescent Moon Tsukuyomi from among them, you can ride, put the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order, and you cannot conduct a normal ride that turn, so, you can't cheat your way up to grade 2 that quickly. Here, let's move that on to the side. We'll start off with the grade 3s. I run 4 Goddess of the Full Moon Tsukuyomi. Of course, running the ride chain, you're going to run the grade 3. If you do not have God Haki Shibuyoshi, Goddess of the Crescent Moon Tsukuyomi, and Goddess of the Half Moon Tsukuyomi in its soul, this unit gets minus 2,000 power, so she becomes 9k. Now, if you have 6 or more cards in her soul, you can counterblast 2, draw 2 cards, and then put 1 card from your hand into the soul. She's the main star of the deck. Of course, by the sleeves and everything you would guess. Then, the other grade 3 I run is Supreme Heavenly Battle Deity Susanoo. Now, you're mainly probably going to ride him after you do everything with Tsukuyomi. And, his generation break is GB2. If you have 4 or more cards in your hand, this unit gets power plus 5,000 and a critical. So he's kind of like Amaterasu, which is also kind of funny because in actual mythology, Susanoo is the brother of both Amaterasu and Tsukuyomi. But his second skill is on Stride. You can counterblast 1 to look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Add 1 of those to your hand and put the other on the bottom. It's a really good backup. On the grade 2s, of course, I run 4 Goddess of the Half Moon Tsukuyomi. Well, of course, you're going to have to run the ride chain. When she's placed on Vanguard Circle, if you have God Haki Shibuyoshi and Goddess of the Crescent Moon Tsukuyomi in the soul, you can use soul charge 2 cards, which adds up to the soul. If you successfully go from Ishibuyoshi all the way to Full Moon, without missing a single card, you'll have 5 cards in soul, meaning you're 1 off for Tsukuyomi. And her second skill is like God Haki Shibuyoshi. During your ride phase, you can look at the top 5 cards of your deck. If Goddess of the Full Moon Tsukuyomi is among them, you can ride it, put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order, and you cannot conduct your normal ride phase. Or you cannot normal ride. Then up next, I run 3 Silent Toms. Now, Silent Tom is going to be your ace grade 2 unit. His ability is, if I have an Oracle Think Tank Vanguard, and he attacks, the opponent cannot guard with grade 0, so critical triggers, heal triggers, stand triggers, draw triggers, they can't guard with any of that. So it's essentially a stronger, I like to think it's a stronger Novelle. Well, Silent Tom being the original person of this unit of the skill. Adds pressure to the deck. Because, I will say this, the deck does lack offensive power, but it makes up for it in pressure. Then finally, we run 2 Diviner Shinatsuhiko. Her generation break is GV1. When this unit attacks, she gets power plus 3,000, so she's to 12k for the deck. Nothing much needs to be said for that. On the grade 1s, I run 4 Goddess of the Crescent Moon Tsukuyomi. And again, ride chain yada, but her ability is, during your ride phase, you can look at the top 5 cards of your deck. If Goddess of the Half Moon Tsukuyomi is among them, you can ride it, put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order, then you cannot normal ride for that turn. 2 Weather Girl Milks. When she boosts, if you have 4 more cards in your hand, the boosted unit gets power plus 4,000. So she's the 10k booster, and who doesn't love 10k boosts, especially for their strides. 2 Battle Sister Lemonades. Battle Sister Lemonade, when she's placed on rear guard, you can Soul Blast 2 cards to unflip 2 damage, essentially giving you more counterblast for more draws. For, stride skills in Susanoo, Tsukuyomi, etc. Then I run 4 of the Stride Enablers. Her ability is, when she's placed on rear guard circle, you can reveal a grade 3 in your hand, search your deck for 1 card with Susanoo in its name, add it to your hand, then you discard 1 card. Her second ability is, when you're paying the cost for Stride, you could just pay this, you could just drop this card singly instead. Her grade is treated as, she gets grade plus 2. Then finally, for the new Perfect Guard Arbitrator Ameno Sagiri, it is the unflip Perfect Guard. Now I run the unflips in favor of Chocolat. Yeah, Chocolat can protect Silent Tom, since these new Perfect Guards can only block for Vanguard. But these also unflip damage, which I can use to draw more. I can draw into more Toms. For grade 0s, 4 Psychic Birds. Psychic Bird is a critical trigger, and his ability is you can put this card into your soul to draw 1. So if you just rode into Tsukuyomi that turn, didn't miss anything in the right chain, call Psychic Bird, put it into soul, so now you have 6 soul, and you draw 1 to replace the Psychic Bird that you lost. For Battle Sister Gingers, it's just a critical trigger, no skill. And 4 Assault Dive Eagles, same thing, critical vanilla. And then for the final triggers I run, 4 heal triggers. Diviner Sekuna Hikona, just a vanilla heal, etc. Alright, so my trigger lineup is 12 crit, 4 heal. Like I said, this deck lacks offense, but makes up for it in pressure. The criticals add a lot of pressure. Now onto the Generation Zone. 2 Moon Deity who governs Night Tsukuyomi. Her ability is, once per turn, you can G Persona flip. If you have a heart with Tsukuyomi in its card name, you can put 1 card from your hand with Tsukuyomi in its name into the soul. So, if you don't want to waste a Psychic Bird, you can use her ability to get you up to 6 soul. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Or is it 5? Yeah, look at top 5 cards of your deck, put 2 of them into your hand, and then the rest on the bottom in any order. So, that's a nice plus 2, and it adds more stacking to the deck. With the checks with checks, you probably end up putting triggers into the bottom of your deck. Over time, when you're drawing and drive checking, you're bound to run into them eventually. Two Soaring Auspicious Beast Kieran. His ability is on hit. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you can look at the top 2 cards of your deck, add 1 to your hand, and put the rest on bottom. So it's like Susanoo. Then finally, I run 4 Sword Deity of Thunderbreak Takamikazuchi. Takamikazuchi's ability is Counterblast 2, G Persona Flip, and you look at the top. Yeah, Counterblast 2, G Persona Flip. If you have 2 or more cards face up in your G zone, you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, add 2 to hand, put the rest on bottom in any order. So again, it helps with stacking, and it gives you 2 cards. And the counterblasts can be easily replenished by heal triggers and lemonade. So that's all for this deck profile. I hope you like it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.